Oh, is this thing on? Am I muted?
Hello, this is
Hello.
Alex Sturgeon with the Hobbytown HobbyPlex.
This is Will Brenton with the RC cars.
He's working on an RC car as we speak.
Yeah.
He's got the shock shaft pliers out. He's doing something with what looks like a pick, maybe? What is that?
Oh, this is a Q-tip. I'm cleaning
A
my
Q-tip.
headphones. My headphone case is all dirty.
Oh, the perfect time to do that.
Yeah. I don't have any time to do stuff. I need
Tell me
time
about
to
it.
do stuff.
Actually, I shouldn't say that. I just took a weekend off of work, so.
Yeah, I work like 50 hours a day.
Hmm.
Yeah. Man, we haven't been on in a while.
No, we haven't been on in a while. I know it's been a little while. We need to tell everybody what was going on. First off, it was my sister and brother-in-law. They took time away from the podcasting studio. I think from October through now. Is that right? Or are you guys still officially on break?
I don't know.
I'm listening.
October 17th is when I had my surgery.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And hey, since you're on here, do you mind telling our viewers what kind of surgery you had? Because this is pretty crazy to me.
Yeah, I had brain surgery.
Brain surgery.
It was awesome.
I donated part of my brain to the cause.
So I had a
We're the same blood
tumor.
type.
I had a pituitary tumor that I had to have removed. They caught it by accident a few months ago.
Right.
And so they scheduled a surgery, had it removed, and I've been in recovery. I'm about 75%.
Well, that's good.
It's all good.
Did it mess?
Yeah, I'm in recovery too, you know.
Did it mess with like your I mean, what did it mess with? Like your memory or your ability to process stuff, or what was going on?
No, not really. It would have what it would have done if it was a pretty sizable tumor, and it was manifesting and growing right behind my right eye. And if they had caught it any later, it probably would have blinded me.
Oh,
God,
that would have been bad.
Yeah,
I use my eyes all the time.
Yeah,
You know, it suck.
that's true.
but yeah, it's all good now.
Well, that's great. That's fantastic.
Glad to hear it.
And when are you guys having your grand reopening? It's
It's going to be November 30th, I believe.
November 30th, so about a week away.
Yeah.
Is that 6 days? 7 days? 6 days.
Oh yeah. God, I time is so weird right now.
It is. I tried to get. I posted a thing on my thing to try to see if I mean, I don't know. I was thinking to myself, like here in town, like the trails have our respect people, the bicyclists. Like they could do a bicycle podcast and they could use Weberized.
Oh, totally.
You know, I don't know. Just stuff I've been brainstorming. Like who can I talk to get them to come to the open house and give it a go. So
Right.
We'll see. I don't know if I have that much sway in people, honestly.
You could do a brain surgery podcast. We could get a brain surgeon on the show.
Right. That'd be bad.
Can we interview your brain surgeon?
I know. I know a few. I have a whole team.
Really? Okay.
Of actual brain surgeons.
Of actual brain surgeons.
Really smart people.
That would be really cool.
I have a question though. Do you think that brain surgeons really are like super smart, or are they just smart in one thing?
Funny you say that, because I have read somewhere there was this debate about the difference between surgeons and like actual medical doctors, practitioners, and they compared surgeons to like blue collar workers.
Okay.
Nice. I could be a surgeon. I have the steady hands.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, but they do one thing and one thing only for their entire life, pretty much.
That's kind of what I do.
They go in, they, slice and dice.
Yeah.
And do their thing,
Yeah. That's true.
I don't
They
know. I could probably be a brain surgeon.
they see practitioners as like white collar and surgeons as blue collar.
Right. That's funny. So there, even in the medical community, there's a hierarchy
Yeah.
of class. Should
Interesting.
burn all the hospitals down now. There should be a revolt. Could you imagine like both like two sides of the hospital waging war against one another?
Oh my god. Oh, kind of like on Scrubs.
Right.
I never got into
There's
that
a-
show. I
there's
never
a-
thought it was
that-
funny.
That's a real good depiction of the difference between surgeons and practitioners.
Mm-hmm.
So a surgeon would be like, "All right, give me that brain, but no knees today. All right, I can't handle any more of those."
I forgot. I got to bring YouTube up so I can see the comments.
Oh yeah, we're gonna check them out.
I know. I'm gonna hit skip. There we go.
God, there's something else I was gonna say. I can't remember what. I don't know. Yeah, you should totally have like a brain surgeon on your podcast. That'd be cool. Like you should interview. You should be like, so how much memories did you have to get through? You know, like get down to that savory. You know, did you see my childhood while you're in there? You know, there'd be a lot of good gags. I don't know.
I
No
just wanted
rocket
them-
surgeon.
I just wanted them to access the other 90% of my brain
That we're not able to use.
Yeah.
Like the movie Lucy, and then we can turn into liquid black venom-like computer processors and
Heck
join
yeah.
with computers and go back
Wasn't
in time.
that show? Oh,
The movie Lucy?
I was gonna say, wasn't it like the show The Amazing World of Alex Mack from Nickelodeon, early
I used to love that
Nickelodeon? Yeah,
I've
the
never
girl that
seen
turned
that.
into like Mercury or something. If you could
Yeah, something like
Like-
that. Yeah.
fucking slide around shit. You look like the Capri Sun commercials, you know?
That's
Like,
one of the
remember
best
those
shows on
from-
Nickelodeon. I love that show.
Yeah.
Really? I'm gonna.
yeah.
I don't even know what you guys are talking about. I'm gonna go back and figure it out.
The
pretty
Amazing
cool.
World of Alex Mack. It kind of went along like with Salute Your Shorts and like early Nickelodeon.
I never
Like,
watched
but-
Nickelodeon stuff.
I think it was before the rapey stuff too. But
Here we go. It was before the rapey stuff.
yeah, that
I always thought, growing up, Nickelodeon was stupid, so I never watched it.
yeah,
But
it was-
then I loved like Animaniacs and Batman and even Power Rangers after school. So what do I know?
There were a ton
never-
of good shows on Nickelodeon. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah. I never watched Batman like on what was it Fox KXVO channel 15.
You never watched the animated series, Batman?
Batman the animated series
my
is one of the best
Nope.
cartoons ever made.
Yeah.
Wishbone was over with. Instantly turn that off and go
Huh.
do something else. As soon as Batman came on,
Dude, I watched that in
Maybe-
high school. Like I'd get
maybe
home
I'd
off the
watch,
bus,
like,
and the first thing I'd do is plop down on the TV and watch Batman the
maybe
animated
like
series.
the Amazing World of like Carmen Sandiego. I'd still watch that. Or Where in the
Yeah.
World is Carmen Sandiego? I'd be done after that. But,
Interesting.
yeah.
I have
As a
vague,
kid,
I
but
have
I'd
vague
get home-
memories of that TV show.
Yeah, I get home and watch Wishbone, and then Carmen Sandiego, and Batman come on and shut it off. I was never into that stuff when I was a kid.
Well,
Now it's different. Like the Dark Knight series got me into Batman.
yeah.
The thing that I liked about the Dark Knight series is it seemed kind of real. Like that could happen.
Like
you
the
know.
movie, like Christopher Nolan's movies.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Well, like with what's his name, Christian Bale,
Bale.
as Batman.
Yeah,
those
Christian
are
Bale,
my
yeah,
favorite.
those are three
those-
definitely really good ones.
Those are my favorite Batman movies. That's what got me into Batman.
There's a short list of not
that
a
and Adam West.
honestly, there's not even a short list. There's a list of movies that if they're on TV, even though you can watch them on streaming, or if I have them on DVD or whatever, I'll still watch them on TV. Any of the Batman movies are one of them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, they're
I
really
just don't
good.
get why nobody dances anymore in any of the Batman movies. Like, what about the Bat Tootsie and all that stuff? You know?
They couldn't get Adam West. Adam West was old, and then he was dead. So,
yeah. Then he was dead.
sorry,
Then he was dead.
loved him, but
Yeah,
he's gone now.
he's all right.
Yeah.
I remember Adam West used to host the show, this like series of like different cartoons from the '60s that was on. George of the Jungle was one of them, and then Tom Slick and Super Chicken. You remember those?
I vaguely remember Adam West hosting a show with cartoons, but I don't remember the name of the cartoons.
I remember
the
Tom
yeah
Slick
the
and Super Chicken. Yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
I do too, dude.
Yeah.
That's why I drive race cars. It's because of Tom Slick. That and my dad, but you know,
Yeah.
I used to watch Tom Slick when I was a kid. That and Super Chicken. Yeah, you were the first person in my
So out of
fucking
the
life
loop.
I've ever met that knew what Super Chicken
I
was.
have no idea. I'm gonna have to
Because that show is so old.
Hold on, I'm gonna Wikipedia.
Oh yeah,
These are cartoons from the '60s.
yeah,
I'm Wikipediaing this stuff.
yeah. Then he takes a super sauce and ding
The super sauce, yeah.
yeah.
Super
And then
Chicken.
their flying car was what was it? The Super Coupe.
Yeah. And Tom Slick was awesome too. Tom
Yeah.
Slick, da-do.
Huh.
Yeah. Are you sure you had brain surgery? Because you remember all these very obscure things.
Dude,
I've never.
that was my childhood.
Yeah.
Or those cartoons.
Huh.
That my dad like taped them for me. I used to watch them all the time.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
Tom Slick was badass.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You knew the job was dangerous when you took it.
We are talking about like 3 different decades of TV watching here.
It looks like the same animation as like Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Same animators.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, you know.
Yeah. Tom Slick was cool because every week or every episode was a different type of racing.
I know this.
Yeah.
Now that the pictures popped up, I don't honestly think I would have remembered it without looking at the picture, but I remember the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's funny.
It was like an Americanized version of Speed Racer.
Yeah.
If you think about it that way.
Yep.
But there was like an episode where Tom Slick was racing a skateboard or roller skates or something. I remember that one.
Weird.
Yeah.
I don't have any recollection of any of that stuff other than the video. I probably saw it when I was at my like aunts or something like that. I'm sure.
Yeah.
They always had not weird, but they always had like cartoons and stuff up all the time.
Nice.
Before we stopped going there. So, boy, that was fun. Just in the chat, Brian and Michelle from Trackside, they said, Brian said that he's a 13-year brain tumor survivor.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So, there you go. So what's going on? What's been happening with you for the last month and a half? I think it's been about that long since we've been on here.
Just racing some dirt oval, baby.
Where'd you go on Saturday? I saw you TQ'd, but then you weren't in the main.
Oh, it was my mom's birthday, so I had to leave.
Oh, okay. Well, you're forgiven.
Yeah.
Then.
Yep. We were. I was at Top Golf, topping a golf.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. So okay. I mean, it was fine. You know, like honestly, like there's so many cars out there in the main that like there isn't a lot to be learned. When I'm running the heat races and stuff, there's less cars, so I can really kind of open my car up and really get after it.
Sure.
But once you put that many cars out there, you're pretty much just rolling around I think it's a skill set differential too.
No, yeah, it always is an oval during club racing, especially.
Right, you're just kind of rolling around to say you won, and it was hard to leave because my car was working so good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it all worked out. Got some good info.
We had really good turnout. I mean, we had the most oval turnout we've had since last year, 68 entries.
Nice.
So, and I think they had an actual heat of Traxxas mud cars, right? Or modifieds?
Yeah, mud cars.
Mud cars. I can't remember. I couldn't remember what they were called.
I think they're Traxxas modifieds. Originally, they were the Traxxas Mud Boss.
Yeah, and then they changed the name.
They're Traxxas.
Didn't they have
modifiers.
to though, because Mud Boss was like was copyrighted or trademarked or something like that?
I'm not entirely sure if it was ever copyrighted or trademarked, to be honest.
I thought, wasn't there a thing with oh God, what's his name?
There was a guy that actually created the class.
Yeah.
And you know, the stories I've heard, that guy was like emailing Traxxas and telling him what he was doing and thought it was cool for
Mm.
years. Never got a email back, never a thanks, or here's a Traxxas slash for you to work on, or how's a deal sound to you? Nothing. And then they kind of
Dude,
didn't email him
you're
or have him give any input about the new car they were going to release, and then they just came out with it.
you would never get anything like that from Traxxas anyways. Let's be real
No,
here.
I know, but it still kind of sucks that guy got kind
Yeah.
of. At least that's the story I heard. I don't know if that's true or not. Don't sue me, Traxxas, because I know you like to do that. But
I still think about buying one of those so I could race down there. But like
yeah, you
this
should
weekend,
totally do it.
this weekend I would have been gone.
Hmm.
Or last weekend or whenever we were here. When were we here? It wasn't this weekend.
Mhm.
Onward was this weekend.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Exactly.
Yeah.
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 So you TQ'd, but you get one drop, right?
I don't know.
No, I don't know either.
Maybe. Hopefully.
I think so.
Hopefully
I think
Tim gives me a drop.
I think you guys get it one drop, just like all the other ones.
I don't know how many. I don't even know how many rounds we're running this year.
5.
5.
Yeah, the next one's in January.
And there's probably not a drop.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
All right.
I would do a drop. I would make it 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
It's a point series. You got to have at least a drop, one drop.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Like the syndicate's got one drop because we're only running 5 rounds.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we got a lot to catch up on. We had the syndicate the week before that because we're doing Saturdays. So now it's each Saturday is a different thing. So the week before that was a Carpet Off-Road Syndicate, and we had a huge turnout, dude. We had like 98 entries.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
insane.
But
people want to race.
I'm not going to say I don't like that many entries, but what I'm getting at is the track got weird. The carpet track got really weird. And from trying to
Did it lose grip or gain grip?
Oh, it lost grip.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it got real fuzzy. Lot of fuzz around the track.
Really?
It was frustrating. And I even picked it up in between the qualifiers and the mains. I went out there and picked a bunch of it up, like with a broom in my hands.
Yeah.
And it still
you
got
can't
there.
vacuum it because you'll vacuum the groove right out of it.
I know. It's one of those things. But I was thinking about what if we got like a small cordless vacuum that didn't have a rotor on it, and just tried to suck up all the stuff that's off to the side.
I thought Tim has a backpack one like that.
Yeah, but it sucks. No, none of us like to use it because it's such a pain in the ass.
Not in the literal term sucks.
No, it does work, but it's almost be better for cleaning like around the track, like a shop vac. Like I had our new kid Austin. He part of his training last week was to show him how I would go around the track with the shop vac every Tuesday. And to be honest with you, I haven't done that in a long time, so maybe that had something to do with it. You know, because you raced Friday night before that on dirt, and I always try to do my best to sweep and everything. But I think in this case, that many entries, those fuzz bites they're just grinding away on that carpet.
Yeah.
And that carpet's 6 years old now.
God, is it really?
Yeah, 2018.
Maybe you should have gone to the Nessie's.
Well, and I was thinking about that too. I was like, well, what if we for next time, because I don't think you can do something like this mid-season, but what if we just say no more fuzz bites?
Yeah.
But then that would alienate people. They probably wouldn't want to come because they'd be like the same thing that happens in your dirt oval racing when somebody starts trying to say a tire is mandated or something. You get those people that are like, well, I'm not going to buy a set of tires just to race there.
I don't think that mandating the tire you can run is the answer. Are you using sauce and stuff?
Well, I allow sauce, but none of us that race mod really don't use it that often, at least from what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more for the and I only use it when I'm out of tire. Like, you know, that's the only and I usually only use it in practice. if I want to not waste a set of tires, I'll put on a set of Roach tires and use tire sauce, and then I get a good, couple heats of practice out of it, and I don't lose the lap times. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just. But for racing, I
Yeah.
haven't used sauce at all this year.
Oh, that's good to hear.
But I don't think sauce is necessarily a bad thing. It helps people run their tires for longer, saves them money.
Yeah.
And I don't think sauce is the reason why the carpet is getting weird like that. I think it's more of the type of tire we have, and then the age of the carpet.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd say no fuzz bites, though.
I know.
That doesn't seem like the answer.
Tim suggested we go back to slicks, and I'm like, not on the black carpet.
Hmm.
If we pulled if we pulled it up and raced on the gray carpet again, I'd actually kind of like that.
Yeah, that was a good in between. The thing is it's like back then we were always kind of like, okay, we'll run pin tire because that's what the rest of the world does for carpet,
Right.
so that we got more people.
We never had a problem with fuzz with twin pins on.
No.
But we burned through tires really fast.
Yeah. I mean, is the carpet just getting worn out?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that the problem is the tire. I think the carpet's just kind of getting old.
Yeah. It's either that or a combination of. So.
Yeah.
And we know. I mean, carpet's on the radar again. So.
Yeah.
Because we're in that window. It was 5 to 7 years, and we're right in the middle of that window.
Right.
So, but we're trying to choose which carpet to get now. Do we go CRC? Do we get a EOS carpet, which is significantly cheaper?
What's EOS carpet?
It's the same kind of carpet that they use over in Europe for the European on-road series and the European off-road series. Now it's two different carpet. So the off-road series carpet is different from the on-road series carpet.
Yeah.
But it is that carpet, and you can source it here in America through this company that's in Dalton, Georgia, which I found out was the carpet capital of the world.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like for racing or for
carpet.
low shag?
No, for carpet.
Shag carpeting?
Any carpet. Right. Apparently that's like the manufacturing capital of the world for carpet.
Huh. So if I went there, I'd be like a carpet tool maker?
I guess so.
Make carpet?
Yeah, probably.
Nice.
And then I saw that Beachline is using their own carpet.
What's their own carpet?
I don't know. I was going to get a hold of Tim, and I was going to share the post that I read, and because another track got that carpet that they're using, so I'm curious as to what that is. Because what if and they run on-road down there, I think, every once in a while.
It's a very specific polyester blend.
Yeah. So there's that. We had a huge turnout for that, and then the week before that, we had a huge turnout for the Techno Series again. Of course, the Techno Series is capped anyways, and we were right under that cap when everything was said and done. Speaking of which, I actually haven't looked at this in a few days. I should probably ring up the rest of these entries when I get back to work tomorrow, and then make a post, because I'm sure it's been about a week since I've looked at it.
Yeah.
I bet you we're filled up. If not, we're
for the Winter Series already?
For the Techno Series. Because then what I'm going to do is what I did last time was you take a look at how many. No, we're not there. Oh wait, where the hell is it? Oh yeah, we're there. Yeah, I got to make a post now. So we're at 175 right now. I'll look at the heats and see what I got room for to fill up the heats. To make because I can take up to 10 in every heat, right?
Right.
So there's 35 e-truggies, so that means there's 5 spots open in e-truggy. There's 17 expert electric buggies, so I got 3 spots open there. Expert nitro's at 20, so I wouldn't take any extra in that. But if it's like last time, I'll have 1 or 2 people drop out.
Yeah.
Nitro truggy's got 6 spots open. Sportsman electric is full at 40, so that's 4 heats. And Sportsman Nitro has 7 spots open, and Mini Truggy's got 4 spots open. So I'll have to make that post on the Techno site and just tell everybody, hey, if you didn't get in before the entry cutoff, here's my heat filler spots, and you'll have to contact me directly, and I'll add you in manually. It was so
Yeah.
nice. The last round, being able to just upload the heats from RC sign up, print off a sheet, and just mark everybody off as they came up who wasn't paid. Because like most everybody was paid. Most everybody here is going to be paid. So, yeah, that is pretty nice. I feel like I
Nice.
should have been doing that a long time ago. So busy month.
Right.
And we've really been rolling at the Plex, actually. Just racing. It's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. I feel like it's better now than it ever has been.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
Huh.
You just look at the entry count. Family Fridays have been awesome. We had 61 last Friday. We had 50 the week before that. We had 91 Carpet Off-Road Syndicate entries. Wednesdays have been near 30 entries every Wednesday. The Onward Series had 60. The Oval Series had 68.
Mhm.
And then Tiny Tuesday
Yeah.
has been getting close to 30 every Tuesday.
Wow.
It's sick. I mean, it's really cool.
Hmm.
So, I don't know.
Maybe I should build an off-road car and come out and race.
You should go, dude. I'm going back. I can't wait to go back to trackside in February.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm
I
going to do
don't
as
know.
good as I did this weekend, but at least now I have a gauge for the tires and the size of the track and all that good stuff. And plus the Sonesta hotel. I forgot that I used Sonesta for the Worlds.
Mhm.
So I have a whole bunch of points built up, and it ended up being a really nice hotel. It was great.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was clean.
It's just a time thing for me now.
Well, yeah, you got Chili Bowl
Well,
and Life. You got
that
Chili
and
Bowl and Life.
life, the Life Bowl,
Yeah.
just like racing oval kind of works for me because it's more about having a good car and a well set up car. And I mean, I can drive about anything, but it's more about showing up with your stuff repaired.
Mm-hmm.
So
Speaking
and
of
I
that,
like the people.
I had a really good time this weekend. Like,
Yeah.
I'm glad I did that because I needed that for many reasons. But just to get away and race, I didn't have Emerson around, which I'm not saying Emerson's a drag on anything. I actually prefer him to be with me, but kind of just go and race. I raced stock buggy for the first time in a long time because they didn't have stadium trucks. The first
Oh,
night.
really?
Yeah, they raced
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday. The Friday night club race had no stadium trucks, but they had like 4 heats of short course.
Hmm.
And then the next day they did have stadium trucks, so I was happy I got to race that on Saturday. But I don't know. It was kind of a, how do I put this? Confidence booster,
Yeah.
because I've had such a really crappy year. Like the second half of the year has just been really crappy as far as racing goes.
Yeah. That's kind of like big shows for me right now. A lot of the big shows I go to, I always have problems. But
Mm,
it's not even stuff that's like my fault.
yeah.
Like I was leading King of Dirt and got ran into and broke a clock tower.
Yeah.
After bumping out of the B main too, mind you.
Right.
That's the other thing that I really like about oval. It's like it's never over till it's over.
No, that's true. Off-road can kind of be that way sometimes.
Yeah, if they do bumps.
I mean, yeah, well, that's true. Not everywhere does
Mhm.
bumps, so. All right, hang on. Before this gets cold, I need to take a sip of this because I made potato soup tonight, and I brought some
Oh.
for Margie, and I didn't drink anything after I ate, and I got in the car, and I hustled my butt over here. I probably should have gotten pulled over for reckless driving on my way over here, but I didn't.
Nice. That's always a good day.
I thought they were bomb moves. Like, I was like, oh, man, I should be a race car driver.
Making money moves.
It's kind of warm. It's not as cold as I like it, but whatever.
It's more crisp,
Yeah.
crisp when she cold.
Dude, that's the other thing I liked about going up there. There were kickstarts everywhere in Brookfield, Wisconsin.
Nah.
No shortage up there, so that's good. So, besides our oval series, where did you go? You went to a race.
I went to the J Concepts Indoor Nationals
That's
Oval
right.
Series at
Yes,
PT Hobbies in Illinois.
that's right.
That place was pretty cool. It was I just raced sprint car, and my car was on pace. Went fourth for the round, one of the rounds, and just kind of had some bad luck in the main. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just on par with my story for the last 2 years or about a year.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Ain't gonna happen again.
You're like, this is the last time.
Yeah, this is the last time. I'm like Mad Max, Fury Road.
Okay, yeah. That's a good movie too. Fury Road.
No, I'm working on my late model right now. I took parts off of it to do some stuff, some things, and the kind of putting it back together. Kyle and I rented the track at Aurora on Sunday. We're gonna go out there and test.
Nice.
Got a lot of testing to do. That's the thing I like about oval racing is it's really grassroots, and you can kind of do stuff on your own and try stuff and figure something out. You know, it's kind of more like what I'm good at. You know, like if you ain't cutting your car, you ain't racing.
Crawling's that way.
Yeah, I
That's
mean
the
this is
reason why I
my
like
late
crawling.
model chassis. I cut that big chunk out of it.
Yeah.
I had the battery taped in sideways and did some different stuff to it. It's not the norm.
Mm-hmm.
I like it like this.
Yeah. That's one reason why I like crawling though, because a lot of you can just sit there and look at your truck and be on your bench and go, I wonder if I do this, and then if it doesn't quite fit, you just get out your Dremel and make it work.
Yeah, if you ain't cutting your car, you ain't racing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I don't know. That's I can see that.
that's just one of the things I enjoy about oval racing.
So is Chili Bowl then the next event for you, other than? Well, yeah, it would have to be, right? Because we're not racing any dirt oval around here in December.
Yeah, I got 2 more races, and then I'm doing the Chili Bowl, so that'll be all right.
When is that?
That's it. I have to look. I don't know. It's in January. I'm also the worst about knowing when things are. So.
Well, because I mean, you keep on wanting me to go down there, and I'm like, dude, like, I wouldn't be able to go down there the whole time because I need to save up my day off equity for the upcoming INS race in February, hopefully. So I can't take a week off in January and then try to take a week off in February too.
Mm-hmm.
But I was, if I could find out the date, I mean, it could be possible, depending on what's going on at the Plex that weekend, that I might be able to go down there for a day.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind doing that.
Yeah.
You'd have to come pick me up from the airport.
Pick you up?
Yeah, I wouldn't
From the
drive
airport,
down there.
you'd fly?
Yeah,
it's only a 6-hour drive.
7 hours for me.
Oh.
Well, okay, 7 hours ain't bad, I guess. Yeah, but driving through Kansas.
Sorry, Kansas.
Driving through Kansas to get to Tulsa.
Yeah.
I guess it would be.
You've driven further for less.
No, I know. I don't know. I'd think about it, but you got to give me the dates because I don't actually know the dates either. I didn't really look. But I mean, I could do some video. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of fun. It's like the oval worlds, basically.
It is. I think that you would enjoy it. I think you'd like racing oval, to be honest with you. I think if you actually did it and tried, instead of borrow a car and get mad.
I've had my own car before.
When? Name one time.
I had a Custom Works car.
Okay, well,
I traded I traded straight across. No, I think it was Chad Oliver's car that I traded straight across for a crawler.
Traded straight up.
Yeah, and then it was mine for a while, and I don't know. I gave it a go. I just hate getting ran into. Like it's.
I never have these problems, Alex. Like, you want to learn some patience for off road. I don't know. I bet I could just start picking up off road again.
I'm not saying oval drivers. I'm not saying oval drivers are bad drivers. Before the chat gets lit up, I'm just saying that. I see it. I see it on live streams where just some guy that's 3 laps down ends up ruining some guy's race.
I've never had that happen to me.
You just said you had it happen to you at King of Dirt.
Well, it's different. I kind of wrecked on my own and broke a tower.
Okay.
My car bottomed out and spun out. And I was trying to get it going again. I got hit by another car.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess that's a little bit different than I guess. Yeah, you're right.
That's what happened. That's what really happened.
Mm-hmm.
Don't believe what you see on the medias.
Trackside's got a cool oval. They run foam there though with sprint cars mostly. What it looks like.
Yeah, I'd be into that, but I'd have to have a whole nother brand of car, and they're pretty much 12 scales. Is what they look like.
It reminded me of Pancar a lot, actually. That's what it reminded me of. It was Pancar racing. Look at
I'm just not into that.
My video about 10 minutes in, I think, that I just posted today. Of trackside, I got some footage of different cars going around the track. Now they did have like short horse late model in the Traxxas class. I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
made me want to bring one. That would have been fun to race because they were doing both at the same time too, that would have been difficult. Yeah, they made it work really good though. They made it work really good. It was pretty neat.
Oh yeah.
They ended up for the day. I think they ended up with like 240 entries between the two.
That's pretty cool.
So, it was a big day.
Was there anybody going back and forth?
Yeah, there was a few. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
There was a few that
That's what you should do.
had an off-road car, and then they were racing oval too. I don't know.
My poor late model.
Oh.
It's still dirty from the summer. The last time I ran it. Got hackberry dirt on it.
Hackberry. I was going to ask you what kind of dirt was on it.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, I keep on forgetting to post the syndicate points.
That's fine.
So we've had 3 rounds of the syndicate. There's 2 rounds left, and I saved him as a PNG so that I could post on Facebook, and then I ended up picking up the track and leaving that night. And I was going to do it last Wednesday, and I totally forgot about it.
Yeah,
I had stuff going on, so we're busy. I mean, we've been very busy at the store. Just so by the end of the night comes around, and part of me just wants to get out of there, but the other part of me's got so much stuff going on. I'm with like this checklist in my head that I kind of forget to do stuff every once in a while.
No, yeah, it's easy to do.
Kind of lame. So
they're easy to not do.
Yeah.
Got some Ghost transmission grease going in this. Thanks, J Concept.
Speaking of Ghost, we got some new drag racing electronics from a brand called Ghost, and to me it looks like rebadged Castle Creation stuff.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be specific for drag stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like that season's pretty much going to be done here. If it's not already done, it's going to be done this week.
Yeah. Have you noticed or have you seen that new speed control they're selling on A-Main that has that touchscreen on it?
Mm-hmm.
Like on the speed control?
Mm-hmm.
Who makes that?
Oh God. Oh, what's the brand? We've sold one of them. I ordered that.
You've had one?
Yeah, I ordered that because I thought it was cool.
Yeah, that thing is cool.
Hold on. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Wonder if they have it anymore. Elsa Ram? Yeah, the Elsa Ram, right? The nitride. It's got a little screen on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Great.
We've had it at the Plex.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. How'd the customer like it?
I don't know. He might be on here. I don't know if Dustin's on here or not, but I know who bought it.
Dustin who?
Oh, dude. Oh God, my brain is gonna be bad.
Hosick?
No, not Hosick. He hasn't raced in a while. Dude, I'm forgetting last names. Forgive me if you're out there.
Anybody I know?
Yeah. Holy crap. Why do these people never come up on Facebook when I want them to come up so I can remember their last name? Gokenauer.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, he got, I'm pretty sure he got one.
Nice.
Sorry, Dustin, if you didn't want anybody to know that, but pretty sure you bought it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I haven't seen him in a little while, not since our floors got done.
Oh, really?
He did the floors upstairs.
Hmm.
And just getting paid.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, what else do we got? So, I was going to bring something up. Did you see that thing that TLR put out today?
No.
So,
yes, I saw it.
I don't know. So, I don't know what to make of it. Like, I don't know how to, like, to me, I read this and I'm like, what does this actually mean? That's where I'm at. I wish sometimes that these guys would just say what they're actually doing without all the
Corporate mumbo jumbo,
yeah,
bureaucratic stuff.
yeah, or
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what this means. They're gonna we'd like to introduce our all new 2025 ambassador program through Hook It. What is
Sounds
Hook
like
It?
you have to make one of those accounts and then prove you're a good ambassador.
You know what? Let's Google that.
Yeah, let's look up Hook It. Probably like a fishing site.
Hook It. Vans uses Hook It to capture the true value of how social works for each. Yeah, I think you're right. There's like a Hook It.
Surprised a way to manage their team drivers without actually having to manage them.
Yeah.
So that way they don't have to email in anymore.
This is from their homepage. Hook It empowers brands to improve the performance of its sponsorships. So maybe instead of a team manager, you're basically going to use this site and then they'll have a person looking it over, maybe?
Maybe. Start hooking it.
Have you ever met an ambassador for like Subaru or Red Bull or anything like that?
Wait, what's his name? That one guy, Dan Gangler, wasn't he one?
I don't know.
Maybe he has worked at Subaru. I can't remember.
Yeah, he had a Subaru.
Maybe he just worked there.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Horizon had these things where like they had something where they had these ambassadors that had these coupons on them and they would give you one or something like that if they saw you like out wearing a shirt or a hat or something like that. I don't know.
Huh. Neat.
I've seen a couple of them before come through the store and you honor them and then you have to like keep the receipt and send it in.
Nice.
Yeah. But then there's this little tidbit. We're also committed to 2025 developing our new two-wheel drive platform, including Stadium Truck, refreshing the four-wheel drive, and refining the 8X.
So they're going to finally release the car they ran at the Worlds?
No, I don't think that's the car. No, because no, it's not because beach. There's photos of what like Dakota was running at Beachline
Hmm.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it's not even close to what I saw at the Worlds.
Yeah, go figure.
Like, well, I'm just saying, like the car that Tater won with still had the long nose
Oh
with
yeah.
the shock tower in the back, like my Mugen car,
Hmm.
with the AE modded stuff on it. But the
Right.
car that was at Beachline, its front end was way different. It had the shock tower right in front, like a it almost looked even farther forward than an associated car.
Really.
Like it was way up there. And then in the rear, the pictures, if you zoomed in just right, because they got a couple photos of it, the shocks, the rear shocks, are in front of the rear tower, but they're behind the arm.
Huh.
And the it looked like the spur gear was a little bit further back too than normal.
Hmm.
So I don't know. It's not definitely not the same car. I wish I was there. I wish I could have seen it. I think that would have been a rad thing to do.
Well, I mean, they'll probably never release that car they ran at the Worlds. Like
No.
they probably moved on since then.
I'm-
Yeah, like they're not gonna have like a TLR version of that car. You know?
No, but I think about that. I remember the dude that I was sitting next to after Tater won. He seemed like visibly upset that TLR won first off, but that they also
Yeah.
won with a car with a front end on it that nobody's ever going to see. He's like, how can they be allowed to do that? And
It's the world.
I remember sitting there going, well, I mean, Masami had the stealth car 2 years in a row. That car never came out.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not like it hasn't been done before.
That's the thing. Like it is a world championship. You know, like they're going to be running stuff that's specific for that track.
Yeah.
You know, and
But
yeah.
also,
Oh, go ahead.
also that car wasn't that different besides that.
Right.
Besides those front end differences, the rest of the car was actually pretty normal TLR 22 5.0 stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. I mean, maybe the 22X4 arm mod was done in the back. I don't know. But I
Yeah.
mean, I got to look at it. It didn't look that different to me. It's just the front end, the front spindles and stuff. Yeah. Well, yeah, it was different. What were you going to say? Sorry, interrupted you.
I mean, there's some of that stuff that, like, okay, yeah, it worked for that one application, but how versatile is it, right? I mean, I'm sure there's stuff that they that all these manufacturers come out with that doesn't see the light of day because it's not versatile enough.
Mm.
Like, it's good on like one specific application at one track, and then you go somewhere else and you never use it anywhere else. So why would they spend the time building the mold and all the stuff for that? So I
Yeah.
mean, there's part of that goes with it too, you know.
Yeah.
That's something that a lot of people don't think about is like the return on investment for the time it takes to make something like that's only got can only be run at a handful of tracks.
Yeah.
So that's something to think about.
Well, then they go on to talk about their racer payout program,
Hmm.
which actually I kind of thought was kind of cool. Like at first
I,
I was
I
like, oh man, that's just gonna be a way for them to I don't know, not have to sponsor or pay drivers, I guess.
yeah,
But I mean, Emerson and I took advantage of it. We got paid for the ProTech race finishes we had.
right.
I didn't think it was
Well,
kind of
and
cool.
yeah, no, I mean it's kind of cool. It's kind of a way of giving back to the guy that's buying the stuff.
Yeah.
The other way to look at it too is like, hey, we've paid this guy out, $2,000 this last year for wins alone. Does
Mm-hmm.
he have a deal? No, he does not.
Yeah.
Let's hook that guy up.
Yeah. In addition, we'll sponsor key races and offer a 6-figure racer payout program. Blah blah blah. In addition to multiple levels of racer sponsorship to further empower our community. If you want to join the ambassador program or have a race concluded in an RPP, watch for the applications to be posted in December. I'll probably make sure that our ProTech race is on there again because I don't think it was last year actually.
Hmm.
Might have dropped the ball on that one. So I got to make sure that happens. Then it finishes throughout our 45-year history. TLR has strived to push beyond. This is where I start to get like enough. Like okay, to push beyond the traditional and embrace what's next. This has been the driving force behind everything we do, from the game-changing 8 in 2007 to pioneering the 22 in 2011. We have consistently forged our own path and reimagined what's possible. The spirit of innovation has helped us reach new milestones, now inspires this bold shift from the traditional approach of RC racing. It solidifies the leadership of TLR in the RC industry. That last two sentences, I have no idea what that actually means. Maybe I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. I'm not like poo-pooing this. It almost seems like a public relations message in a way.
Right.
But like the last two sentences, I don't really understand what that's trying to say.
It's like, did they copy and paste that from BP Oil after they had that oil spill? You know?
We haven't updated the 22 5.0 in 5 years. We're sorry.
Yeah. That's exactly it, man. That's exactly what I was thinking.
We discontinued our truck and our short course and made it impossible to find parts for. We're sorry. Like,
yeah. We came out with a new T-shirt and didn't release new parts. Or didn't remake parts. We're sorry.
Yeah, that's right. We had a press release for the World's Edition T-shirt while everybody was out of parts for the World's car that won the Worlds. We're sorry.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
There's some Horizon guy like naked on a bearskin rug in front of a fireplace.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
Yeah. Thomas is probably watching this, ready to punch us next time he sees this.
Who?
Thomas Tran. Doesn't he still work at Low Speed?
No, he hasn't been he left. He's not the team. He hasn't been the team manager since the summer.
Oh, really?
I think he left in like August or something like that. It was a while ago.
Who's doing it now?
Nobody.
They rehire Kevin?
Nobody.
They have no team manager?
No.
What's Thomas doing these days?
I don't know. Moving on with his life.
Yeah. That is Low Speed for you.
So anyways, I mean, I wonder, I tried to look through and see if anything else, like I went to go see if Schimmel or Tater or Dakota had anything posted on their page. Because to me, like, those are the three main, and Nate too, really, if you think about it, Sutherland.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been winning a lot of stuff lately with, just a standard car.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder what the status of those guys is going to be now, if it's going to change at all.
Yeah, Nate just won the big wing ding down in Florida.
Yeah. In stock, he just walked away from everybody. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah. A local.
In four-wheel drive, did you see that? Have you watched any of that at all?
Nah.
Him and Martin Bayer were side by side, I think on the last lap of A3, maybe. And
really,
they were side by side. And Bayer and him, Nate didn't really have anywhere to go. I don't think he necessarily got pinched off, but Nate wasn't like given an inch either. And he ended up getting pushed off the track and basically drove straight into the elevation corner that they had.
Oh, really?
Pretty sure it was last lap. I don't think that was, and nothing got called, so I don't think that was a thing. I just think it was like like Nate ended up getting his wheel over the pipe, just right, and the corner's round. And I'm sure like they both gunned it at the same time, and I don't know, it was pretty crazy.
A racing incident.
Yeah. Did you see what happened to Shane Alberico?
I saw he broke his leg.
Yeah. Do you know how he did
he
that?
Get hit by a car or something?
No, his pit was, so they had this, so if you're on the driver's stand and you're looking out, and you're looking over here in the corner, it's an elevated corner, right? Shane's pit was like directly under that. So instead of coming down off of there and walking around, he would. I watched the replay because I was like, I gotta figure out what happened here. He
Let's see that on instant
he was basically
replay.
stepping over. I mean, yeah.
It's like that lady crushing grapes. Like, oh man, you crush grapes. It's
that poor lady landed on her neck and became like one of the most known internet memes of all time.
Yeah.
In the early days of YouTube. Oh, Anyways, so Shane
sounded like.
Yeah, that's what. No, I didn't. I mean, I didn't hear it, but Shane
on the video.
You couldn't hear it. You couldn't hear it. I don't think I'd want to hear it. But Shane was He wasn't jumping over that. He was basically stepping over that. Well, there was a table, and then he would jump down to his pit. And I guess he slipped as he was trying to jump down to his pit, and he landed real awkward. And he broke his leg.
Huh.
And honestly, it's none of our business, and I wouldn't have said anything. But he did post it on Facebook. So if you post it on Facebook, everybody's gonna know. Might as well talk about it. So, Shane, I hope that you have a nice, easy recovery. They thought he was going to have surgery, it looks like, but he didn't actually have to have surgery, so that's good too.
That's always good.
Yeah. It's like when I broke my arm with the tamper thing. Like, I don't know.
Oh, and the pulley flew apart?
Yeah,
and the arm broke it?
And they were telling Gretchen and me that I was going to have surgery because I got to go in and find the chunk of the deal, and then they ended up not doing it, so everything was fine because there was no chunk of the thing in there anymore.
Yeah. I'm so glad I thought of that with that lady falling.
Oh.
Help!
Oh man. That really is one of the most well-known internet memes.
Yeah.
Early days of YouTube. Joe Zaire gave us $2.
Really?
Yeah, super chat from Joe Zaire. I just tuned in. Everything is changing.
What's changing?
Well, I think there's a lot of talk about this year's silly season, I guess. And but I kind of feel like there's probably some like internal changes going on all over the place. Like, did you see Todd Hodge is not at Horizon anymore?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. And the big changes that happened at Team Associated.
And I know a little bit.
And how many people are working for A Main all of a sudden?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Just seems like there's a little bit of a shift in the environment out there.
Yeah.
Damn it. So I don't know, and I think it might affect the RC drivers too.
Yeah, I don't know. One of my big worries, especially for me since I've just been racing oval.
Yeah, but I'm just I don't know. I mean,
I'm holding an associated transmission right now, so
from my standpoint, there's no doom and gloom because like our turnouts at the Plex have been great. I just went up to trackside. They're rocking and rolling up there. Like there's no reason for me to be doom and gloom. The only thing that I see is the thinning out of tracks right now. But I think that a lot of that has to do with how real estate is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily like being able to make money. I think it's just that.
Do you think tariffs will affect the RC industry if there are any?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some tariffs on some weird stuff that affected like RC airplanes, and the price of airplanes went up.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Probably.
I kind of wonder if we'll see a big shift here. Like, if everything gets tariffed, like, how are you going to find a place in the United States to make an RC car mold and have a car not be $9,000?
Yeah.
I mean, you could find a place to make you a mold, but you're going to pay for it. Like I
see the threat of tariffs as a bargaining chip.
Hmm.
So I don't necessarily think that. I'm not super doom and gloom on that either. I do pay attention to this stuff a little bit, but
Oh, and
I,
I'm
I,
sure you
s-
pay more attention than I do.
I see it
That's why I'm
more.
asking.
I see it more as a bargaining chip to instead of just brute force. Like I don't. I think the threat of a 200% tariff on John Deere stuff coming back from Mexico,
Hmm.
I think is more of a shot across the bow to John Deere saying, "Hey, what are you doing? You don't
Yeah.
need to you don't need to do that." You know, that's what I see that as. So I don't know. I don't know. I there were some stuff that happened. I remember, you know,
John Deere just sucks anyway, though. Have you
7
ever worked
years
on a
ago.
John Deere piece of equipment?
I
Oh
have
yeah, I mean,
actually. I've tried to fix our tractor, and I suffered the wrath of a bolt falling to the bottom of a thing that I couldn't get to, and I had to call our John Deere guy and have him come grab my tractor and take it and work on it.
like you rebuild their cylinders, their hydrostats, or stuff like that of theirs. It's like everything is so oddball.
Mm,
Like the cylinder bores will be like 2 uh 5/8 or something crazy, so you got to use their stuff.
yeah.
It's like the Traxxas of tractors, you know. Like,
Yeah, what happened? I can't even remember exactly what happened. Something happened to our tractor's PTO shaft or something like that. And
yeah, you had to have a shaft cut or something. I don't
no, no,
remember.
no, no,
Need
that
a
I can
hose
handle.
replaced.
That I can handle. The hose, Emerson did the hose thing.
Yeah.
That was a hydraulic line, and Emerson actually
Mhm.
fixed it. But this was a while ago when Ken still owned us, and I got the breakdown of the tractor, you know, just like you would a Traxxas car,
Mhm.
and I tried to
Oh, how
fix it.
fitting.
And this pin slipped out of my hands and went to the bottom of this big chasm, and I couldn't figure out how to get to it, and I ended up having to have him come and bring it in anyway. So I should have just taken it there in the first place and had them fix it.
Yeah.
Joe Zaire with another $2, and he says AE to A main and Horizon firing everyone.
Hmm.
That's what's
AE
changing.
to A main.
That's
Elaborate on that.
I mean, a couple employees that I know went from Team Associated to A main.
Yeah.
A main picked
What do
up
you think A main's buying Associated?
no, just their employees,
Oh,
just a couple of the employees. Which I mean,
right.
that's going to happen in this business, I
Well, I
think.
mean that already happened, but we
Yeah.
already know who it is.
um. See, this is the thing. This is the second time that I've seen somebody mention Horizon firing everyone, and it made me think:
Remember that time in
are they going to
2011?
not pay their RC drivers anymore? Like, does that mean something's going to happen to Dakota? Like, is Dakota going to
I
be with another company next year?
I felt like forever that the whole paid RC car driver thing is going to come to an end.
Right.
You know,
Like,
I felt this way for the last 5 years.
is it a reckoning now? I mean, is this what's going to start to go on, or do you think? I don't know.
Well, like you keep watching, like these, and I've said it before on the show. Like a spot will close and they never refill it. Somebody will leave. RC car company A doesn't refill the spot. It's happened more often than not lately. You know, I mean, it's just the way the industry's going.
Yeah.
Like these paid spots, like let's say there's 16. Well, over the last few years, like we'll say in 2016 there were 16 hypothetically.
Yeah.
Every year since then, it's like maybe one drops off, and then there's 15, and then 2 years later, then there's 12. You know,
Yeah.
these companies aren't refilling the spots. It's like how many cars are they really selling by racing them? You know,
Yeah.
I mean, how much value does that add? I mean, it's got to be a real passion.
Yeah. Uh-oh. We lost Will for a second.
Sorry.
There you are. Did you walk too far away?
No, Um, Erin called me. I forgot to tell her we were doing the show.
Oh,
But it's fine.
wives.
Yeah.
Stupid wives.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Gretchen, if you're watching, I love you.
You know she's not watching.
I know she's not watching. Gretchen never watches.
My wife doesn't watch either. Can't say I don't blame her. She gets enough of this action.
Jose is busy. He's throwing money at us like we're strippers. He put in $5 more because Will has been helping him with Oval. It's a foreign language to him.
Ooh, thanks.
And then he says Dakota is already testing X-ray.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How would he know? Does he call him at home?
Well, I think I remember hearing something about that too in the grapevine, actually.
Yeah.
So, but I would imagine if you knew that your term was coming to an end for good, I would imagine you'd test a lot of stuff. That's what I did. I drove like 6 different brands of cars in 2017 actually, just to get a feeler for what I wanted to start out with when I was going to be done at the end of the year.
Right.
So.
Well, and when you have the kind of poll that Dakota has, he could probably just email or text X-Ray and just like, hey, can I get a car to try of yours? Or maybe he's putting his own money into it to see what he wants to try. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it also makes me wonder, like, and I don't know, because I don't know how the finances work on these things. Like how much money do these companies actually have to pay drivers?
I'm sure a lot of, yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sure a lot of the money, like the cash flow they have, initially comes from investors. Like, it almost have to. But that's just my thought. What do I know?
Yeah.
I'm just a simple man from Nebraska.
Yeah. As somebody who never wanted to be paid, I never even thought about being paid. I don't have the talent for it anyways, but I just wanted to be sponsored guy.
Right.
I just wanted to get free stuff. That's all it never even occurred to me growing up that you could turn your RC racing part of it into a career. I always thought you'd have to be a mechanical engineer or good at marketing, that side of it. I never really thought that you could just get paid to drive.
Right. I would have never guessed that either.
Like
I've always just wanted to drive for Associated. Kind of. I mean, we're both kind of cut from the same cloth there.
Yeah.
I remember even Jamie thought that these guys that drove for these companies just had like a job in the warehouse or something. They'd also get paid to drive.
Well, I think
it kind of used to be that way.
I think in the early days they did, because I remember hearing about how, like the TLR drivers had apartments that they would be roommates with 2 other guys, and they all worked. They were all worked at Team Losi, and they they traveled with them too, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. It's been like I don't think I think that the paid driver has been a thing for less amount of time than it has been, or what I'm trying to say. It's been a thing longer than it hasn't.
Yeah.
Or no, I said it the right way the first time.
Yeah.
It hasn't been a thing for as long.
Something else I've been thinking about too, as I was driving. These are driving thoughts. Not driving RC cars, but like driving my vehicle, my real car from place to place, but kind of like a shower thought.
Mm-hmm.
I have these shower thoughts. But like it's funny to me how now like Southern California is not necessarily the hotbed of RC.
No.
Like it used to be. And that's where all these companies were kind of based out of. And now you don't necessarily have to be in that spot.
Yeah.
I mean, what would be the hotbed of RC right now? Is it Florida?
Probably.
The Midwest?
People were saying it was the Midwest for a while. I don't think that.
What constitutes the Midwest, though? Like, is it like a triangle? Like, are we included in that at the Plex?
I would think so. We're in the Midwest. we have had some of the fastest drivers in the country come out of our track. So I mean, it's kind of more of I think it's more of not necessarily where the hotbed is, but where it isn't.
Yeah.
Like, if you have fast drivers in an area, then that's going to be the hotbed, right? For one time, it was trackside, right? You had a
Hmm.
lot of fast guys coming out of trackside.
Still is.
Well,
That's what I'm
well,
saying.
yeah.
The Midwest, it's almost like this area,
Hmm.
you know. You could include Hoosier.
Yeah, and who's not to say that's going to be the next place that has like some guy come out of that place and be faster than hell,
Mm.
you know? Like I think Indiana is um, probably the next place to blow up, like with really fast guys. It kind of ebbs and flows too, because you get people that show up and want to drive, and they're hanging out with their buddies, and then you have the serious guy show up. And the serious guy, all of a sudden is winning races by like I don't know a lap,
Yeah.
2 laps, and then nobody can hang with them, and then they get a deal, and then they have new tires every race,
Yeah.
and then it kind of makes it so those guys don't want to race anymore because they don't help support the people that are showing up, every week and paying for their own stuff and giving stuff away or helping or giving advice, and that kind of kills it. That's why it's important to try and give back, even if it's just information or try to help people with their car. I mean, and it's kind of like guys like me, like that's why we get the deals, right? You get something figured out and you share it with the people around you.
Yeah.
Um, the I don't know. I mean, like to say where the next hotbed is or isn't. I mean, it could be anywhere. It just kind of depends on the scene at the track and
I also think
if people
the
keep
effort,
wanting to show up and
like the
race.
effort put in by like Lance's group, like Elite RC and Race Time Entertainment and those guys too. I think that has something to do with it too. I think
Hmm.
that's why Florida popped in my head, just because of all the marketing work they're doing.
Well,
You know.
there's always been fast people in Florida.
True.
You know,
Yeah.
you have some real old school guys that have been around forever, but um, it's kind of weird because it's kind of like we lost a generation. I'm kind of like the end of one, right? Um, like what do I want to say? Like we kind of missed out on guys in their 20s, mid 20s still racing. Would you
Mm.
agree with that?
Like what do you mean?
Well, so like when I like me, I'm 35 or I don't know 36 maybe I can't remember. Um, there isn't a whole lot of guys in my age group that race. It's all younger
Mm.
people or older people, and we never had people or people in their late teens, mid 20s that kept doing it. Even when I was a
Yeah.
kid, I was like the only kid.
Well, that's kind of what I've started thinking about lately about because I'm 45 now. I'm going to be 46 in
Uh,
9 days.
yeah,
Like I'm trying to think of who's the next batch of drivers that are going to be turning 40 here that I'm going to have to look out for when it's 40 plus racing
right.
that I know of. I mean, I personally know.
Yeah, they're gonna change the rules when I go to race it.
I was
Gonna
looking
make
at
it 50
somewhere
plus.
that had a 35 plus class.
God, I wish I could race that. Remember I was saying that at the Summer
Yeah.
Series, like when I'm the oldest guy on the driver's
Where
stand,
was
I'm
that?
35 in a main. That's stupid.
I think it was in Europe somewhere they had a 35 plus class.
Should be 35.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh well.
And then like you and Mac are like, no way.
Yeah. We're like, no, change the rules, make it 45.
Yeah. However old Will is, it's a year later.
I think it's funny because Roar had a 45 plus. I think their 8 skill classes were 45 and not 40. I
Yeah.
remember seeing that like 2 years ago, and I'm thinking to myself, oh man, that sucks. And then I'm like, oh wait a minute, I'm gonna be 45 next year. Rules.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, keep that rule.
Whatever keeps Will out longer.
I'm putting in for the e-buggy nats next year.
Yeah.
So they're at A-Main this year in March. So if they're going to put that race in March,
we got some new finisher screws going on this motor.
Nice. Then I'm going to put in for the e-buggy nats next year because that fits perfectly into our timeline.
Yeah.
Because it's still 8-scale. It's the end of 8-scale season for us, so it makes sense. Because there's no way I'm going to make an 8-scale track in the middle of summer ever again because it's just too much work and it's not worth it.
Right.
So next year, I'm gonna put. So this August, I'm gonna get my bid up and I'm gonna put it in there, and I'll put in for the e-buggy nats.
Interesting.
Not sure if I'll ever do the 10 scale. Not sure if I'll ever put in for the 10 scale off road nats ever again. But
yeah, a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and I
this
would
scale I think would be easier.
Just a little less turnout maybe, but I don't know, man. I mean, we get 40 Sportsman electrics, and the problem is the entry fee at those road races is going to keep a lot of those people from not coming. They're not going to want to come.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It kind of makes me want to do something like I was thinking about this the other day if we did, because I thought about putting them in. I thought about putting in for this year's, and then I procrastinated enough where it went away. But I was thinking, like, what's an incentive? What's a way to get people to sign up for the Nats? Like, what if you're signed up for the e-buggy Nats, you get free entry at the last Techno Series race?
Not a bad incentive,
right? So I don't know.
I've heard worse.
I mean, our entry fee is only $25 and $15, so we're gonna recoup that from the. We would recoup that from the e-buggy Nats if these people actually did sign up for it,
right?
At some point, I don't know. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking out loud, trying to figure out how I can incentivize not just local people to go, but like all the people that come in for the Techno Series race that race e-buggy, that I know would look at that $120 entry fee and be like, "Screw that," you know?
Yeah. Then they see that good deal on racing the Techno Series and think, man, there's a lot of value there.
You know, take $40 off. You know, look at it that way. Now it's only $80 entry fee.
Yeah, $40.
If you race two classes,
you get two races.
I don't know. It's a thought.
Good deal.
It's just a thought.
You know me, I like a deal.
Yeah, me too.
You probably more than I do. I'm not really much of a bargain shopper.
I tried to go out shopping today, but the place that had these Hot
for what,
Wheels.
Christmas?
No, for myself. I was looking for Hot Wheels.
Nice.
But the place that had the Hot Wheels that I thought I wanted, they sold them. They didn't have them anymore.
Yeah.
It was kind of a secret stash. Then I made the mistake of telling a couple of people about it, and I bet you they went and bought them too.
Oh, probably.
Probably.
Always one step ahead.
Yeah. That's something we don't talk about on here because it's not really RC related. I mean, it is just a HobbyPlex show. We should be talking about it a little bit, but Hot Wheels, man, Hot Wheels is fun. As long as everybody else makes it fun.
Not as much fun as Dirt Oval.
No, I bet you'd have a lot of fun. You should come up on Hot Wheels night. I'll loan you some Hot Wheels.
Dude, I'd love to. I'd love to.
You should do it.
Like, what day do you do it?
Thursday nights.
I'm busy. Like, Thursday? Like, dude, I have to be up to go to work so early.
Thursday. So so this week is first responders night. So only cars that are, they could, like Hot Wheels has some of their fast cars and then they put a little cross on them and they say first responder.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of funny. So I'm allowing those because it says first responder. You can't say no.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be like police car, fire trucks, ambulances, animal control. They have this animal control truck. That's what I won with last year.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be fun. I got a couple police cars this year.
Yeah.
I'm kind of stoked about it. I think
right.
It's gonna be good.
What about second responders?
What would be a second responder?
I don't know. The A-Team?
There's an A-Team truck at our.
That's actually a really good idea. With the 18.
Oh yeah, this Thursday's Thanksgiving. I forgot the 5th.
Mm-hmm.
December.
Dude, I brined a turkey, brined the shit out of that thing.
I don't know what. I don't think we're doing. I think we're going over to in-laws' house. I don't.
This turkey's just
Gretchen
for
made
me.
a turkey yesterday, and it was the bomb. I was proud of her.
Really?
I was
Did
really
she
proud of her.
brine
I was like, this is a really good turkey. No, but
Yeah.
there was like oranges and all this stuff in the broth or whatever that it sat in all day.
Yeah. I got mine in the refrigerator, brining.
Brining.
Yeah.
I don't even know what
I
that
like
means.
to do like a brine.
I don't
where
even
you
know what that means.
Soak it in salt and seasonings and water
Oh, okay.
for days as it thaws.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know what
Yeah.
that meant.
Then I'm gonna inject it with butter and
Butter.
seasonings.
I made a turkey once. It was really good. I slathered butter all over the inside of the skin. I like reached in there and got my hand really deep in there and like rubbed it and moved my fingers a little bit in there and just massaged it inside the skin. It was awesome. And then I cooked it.
Talk dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one a hot beef injection. So Erin, she like showed me this TikTok the other day because we got a butterball turkey.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if we're gonna, this is the first turkey I've ever made. I was like, we're gonna do a turkey. Like, we might as well get the name brand, you know? Like,
Yeah. Sure.
And I guess there was a video of like dudes at a butterball turkey factory, like fornicating the turkeys.
Oh, gross.
and I was like, and of course
like,
she goes,
oh,
that
man.
she goes, that could be AI. I'm like, yeah, maybe. I said, God, it pisses me off. Those guys fucked that turkey before I got a chance to.
Well, there goes our
shouldn't have said that.
monetization.
I shouldn't have said
Darn it.
that.
We were right on
It's
track.
still really funny though.
No, it's super funny, but we were right on track, and then
I ruined it.
There it
Sorry, we'll
goes.
have to bleep that out.
there it goes.
What do you mean monetization?
Oh, there's commercials running.
Is there?
Yeah, I don't do anything for free anymore.
Sorry.
We got to pay
It's
for
like
this
$10.
somehow. We got to pay for this somehow. So.
Yeah. I ruin everything. I'm sorry, Alex.
No, you don't ruin anything. I think you're allowed one. Pretty sure. Anyways, let's get to the comments. We're almost done. We've talked about a lot of nothing.
Yeah, is this like an episode of Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Like, it's a show about nothing. Ba-doop-boo.
Ba-doop-doo. You know what I realized? We've been on at the same time going on. When did we start doing this? 2020?
Something like that.
I think it was 2020.
Mm.
So we've been doing this at the same time that Kill Tony comes on.
Yeah.
Since 2020. It's like
I've been watching
no wonder
Kill
we
Tony
only
since
have like
2020.
no wonder we have like 14 viewers.
Yeah. Well, I told you my original pitch for the show.
Yeah. I usually save Kill Tony for when I'm working on my stuff. I don't watch it live.
I listen to it in the mornings when I'm getting ready for work.
Yeah.
Kill Tony's a good show.
No,
I like it.
It's so funny. It's been making me want to.
It's great when somebody bombs. It's great when somebody succeeds. It's just great. You know?
I told you about that, right? Like I've written down stuff now instead of just like, because like especially when I'm out working on the track, got my headphones on, and I've got all this time. It's a lot like shower thoughts. It's a lot like driving thoughts. It's track building. When I'm on the tractor, I think of a lot of stuff, but sometimes I'll turn on comedy. I'll be like, I wonder if I could try to do that, and then I remember I have never done anything like that, so it probably wouldn't be very funny. But I have written down some stuff, and most of it comes from an episode of Kill Tony where Roseanne Barr was on, and she was telling the is it the laser guy, Uncle Laser?
Oh, Uncle Laser. Yeah.
That he should reach in and write about this dark side of his family or whatever, and because that's true or whatever it is, and so I've got a whole bunch of jokes about my dead mom, but that's and I've written them all down. I've written a lot of them down, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
What do you? What?
For
Why?
sure,
Why? What are
I
you?
would for sure be
Are
going
you
to
worried
hell.
about offending her or what?
No, I'm not worried about offending her. She's dead.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Just saying. Like,
Oh, they're
I
pretty
hope they're
fucked
funny.
up or what?
Like, I hope it's funny. Like, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind trying a open night sometime. Seriously, I'm being real serious
There,
about that.
there's one down the street from my house. We should totally do it. I'd do it,
Can I get really drunk at your house first?
of course. Look at me go.
Anyways, all right. Nick Nuthouse says, "Here comes Black Friday fun." You're not joking, but I actually like working Black Friday. I that's why we don't have Family Friday racing this week because
The day definitely goes faster.
well, I don't know, man. I like being up there and I like being a part of all the busyness and making sure that people are getting the right stuff.
Yeah,
And that's
it could
part of
make
it.
for a bad Christmas return day.
You know, knock on wood, we haven't had one of those in a long time.
Right.
So
Hopefully you do this year for the content.
we had a shoplifter.
Really?
Cam caught a shoplifter at the South store.
Yes. That is the worst person to catch.
Oh,
Have
God.
catch you.
It was
God,
great.
hell yeah.
And the place next door got video of it all and like captured a still of Cameron just in the face of this guy. And the guy in the car was just like scared stiff of Cam because oh, it'd be great.
Man, you stole from the wrong guy.
Margie says grand reopening on Saturday, November 30th from 4 to 6. Light refreshments and tours of the studio.
Ooh. Punch and pie? More people will come if you have punch and pie.
You got punch and pie?
Yeah.
You should have punch and pie. More people will come if you have punch and pie.
Punch and pie.
Hello? We were under the impression that there would be punch and pie here. There is no punch and pie. Oh, okay. And then everybody leaves.
Yeah. Viva la resistance.
Yeah, viva la resistance. We talked about that. Margie says she loved Alex Mack. See, I have no idea what that is, so I'm gonna have to go find it.
Yeah.
Murillo Family Fishing. I think if Batman drove RC cars, he would drive a Schumacher.
Ooh. Maybe. I don't know. You wouldn't just drive a Batmobile?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think what if Batman was real and he drove RC cars, what brands would he actually run?
He'd probably make his own.
Yeah, he's smart enough. He'd probably just design his own.
He's not smart enough, that dude.
Yeah, that Alfred.
Alfred.
Well, it depends. Alfred was a butler in most of it, and then all of a sudden in the Zack Snyder movies, he's like this genius guy, right? He's like Jeeves, or not Jeeves. Right. Well, who's Iron Man's? He's like
Jarvis.
Jarvis. He's like they tried to turn. It's almost like they tried to turn Alfred into Jarvis on the DC side. I don't know. Whatever.
Maybe. I can see that.
Murillo Family Fishing also says that when we were talking about prototype cars at the Worlds, he's like, that is how car manufacturers push innovation. I would think that they should be applauded, not frowned upon. Prototype stuff is cool.
No, it's cool. We're not saying it wasn't. It's just like, all right, you want a World?
Yeah,
thanks for the T-shirt.
I have no issues with it.
That's all we're saying.
Yeah, I had no issues with it at all. It's just funny how, like, there has been Worlds Edition cars.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the 22, the XX4 Worlds Edition with Yuka's paint scheme on there. I mean, that was one of the best four-wheel drives ever for a long time.
Right.
I mean, up until recently, I can think of cars that are better now, but I mean, that car was a World's car for a reason. Like that was like the car.
No, we're not saying that they shouldn't innovate and have stuff or have something new at a World Championship. I just thought it was odd they never capitalized on that.
Yeah. Yeah, they won the Worlds, and then there was no new car.
There wasn't even parts to
No
put together
new,
your old car.
no new front end. Like, what if they came out? What if they just came out with a world's front end that you could put on your current 22 5.0? Like,
Right.
you're right. To me, that's a missed opportunity.
Right. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Give them what they want. You know, that's me.
To follow up, Jason Haley wanted to know what he wrote. Why do they risk using prototype gear at the big races like Worlds?
Well, they probably tested it beforehand at that track.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, especially the Worlds that I went to. I mean, that was at Hobby Actions, U.S. track. You could go there anytime you want and test stuff. I know Associated probably does that.
No, yeah. I mean, that's Rifkin's home track, so
Yeah, I know Mugen did that.
yeah.
You know, so there's probably more testing going on. It's not just you. Maybe actually, wasn't there who made a car and then literally just had it built and brought to the Worlds before? Like Losi did that, didn't they? Didn't they make like a 4-wheel drive based on the JRXS?
They did.
And
The car never saw the light of day.
And just brought it with him, and I think it was a Mescua that had that car and drove it at the
Japan Worlds in 2007.
Was it 7? I thought it would have been the earlier South African Worlds that Matt Francis won.
Could have been.
Where they had that there.
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
thought Cav won that one.
Was that too early? No, Cav didn't
Cav
win.
won the.
Cav didn't win South Africa. That
Okay.
it was Matt Francis and boy, I don't know who won 4-wheel drive at that one. Now that I think about it, it might have been Yuka. Did he go back to back there? I thought he went back to back 97, 99?
Not sure.
No, he didn't win 90. Yeah, he did win 97. Or did Masami win it? Boy, I should stop talking because I can't remember it all. Anyways, scroll down. Nuthouse says take apart a Case Combine. It's worse than John Deere.
You think?
John Haas said,
that?
Nick did, Nuthouse. John Haas says he noticed a bunch of Dakota's pit guys were all S-Works.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't know if you can read into some of that, though, because everybody's friends.
Yeah.
Even though they're on a different team, you know. Plus, if Mike wasn't there, Sontag, because that's his normal pit guy, then
yeah,
might be different.
Right.
Anthony Santi says he's still got 3 years before he's 40. Now you've got a bunch of people. You guys got a bunch of people chiming in on how to make the best turkey. We opened up a can of worms here.
Oh yeah. Message me if you have any ideas.
Yeah, Murillo says brine it for 12 to 16 hours and you don't have to inject it. Nuthouse says
I want to inject it.
Meat church bird baptism brine. John Haas says smoked turkey from Rick's Meats and Elkhorn, reheat it in chicken broth, and it's the best turkey you're ever going to have. I think I remember him talking to me about that this week.
Yeah, but you haven't had my turkey yet.
So. Normal hours for Wednesday. Yes, we are having normal hours Wednesday. But we're closed on Thanksgiving. Did I ever tell you on here about that guy who messaged the store on Thanksgiving Day?
No.
And then called me I took a picture of it. Hold on. My phone's at 4%, so hopefully. Screenshot. I kept this because it's a motivator. Is this it? It's from a long time ago. Okay. Ready for this one? This is how. And sure. I actually looked this guy up on Facebook, and I don't think he understands what Thanksgiving is. I hope that doesn't come across as any sort of like thing. But I'm not.
In his defense, I always refer to it around my family as "thanks for nothing."
I'm not going to say what ethnicity this person is. I'm just going to say that I don't think they understand the significance of Thanksgiving in the United States.
They're probably Canadian.
No. Hi, are you open for Thanksgiving? Okay. I put no. And he said, well, you should have said that somewhere before you just carelessly and close your store without putting it on Facebook or Google page or anywhere you blank stacks word with an F. And back
They're
then,
probably
because
they're probably English.
this was when was this? This was Thursday, November 24th, 2016 at 10:54 a.m. And I'm just saying
Alex doesn't hold a grudge.
I'm just saying that back then, okay, it never even occurred to me that I would have to put anywhere that we're going to be closed on Thanksgiving. I just figured everybody would assume that we were.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but this person who is going to UNL for computer science and management apparently thought otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Neat.
Yeah. Oh, I even took a picture of his Facebook page, and it's still in my phone. So there you go.
Take that, dude.
I'm just saying, the one I used to work telemarketing, and I had this when I was creative writing, when I was really working on my writing, and I wanted to like write stories and books and stuff. I had an idea for a book, and I wanted to call it 1 in Every 50, and it was about this serial killer who wanted to kill one person in every state. And part of his method was that he worked as a telemarketer back when that was a thing, and not just a scam thing now. It was like a legit thing back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And what people didn't understand is that when my screen, I was a telemarketer, okay? For only a short period of time, because I needed money to go to the Nationals in 1999. So I worked at a telemarketing firm for a month and a half. I made $2,000. And then I used that to go live in California for a month and a half before I ran out of money. Anyways, what I don't think those people understood was that when your phone number calls, when it automatically calls you, and then I have all this information on the screen, and one of those things that was on the screen was your address.
Mm-hmm.
Had everything there. Your address, your phone number. Sometimes there was like analytics about like when they thought you were going to be home. And it's like, if I was a psychopath, I could have written all that information down. So if you were mean to me on the phone, because I'm a telemarketer, and I wanted to kill one person in 50 states, it'd be an easy way to make a mark.
Oh yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I don't know if I should have said that on this podcast, but that was my idea for a book. It had nothing to do with real life. I just want to point that out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, going through here. Smoking Rat wants to know, do we remember all these stats from races, or we look it up? Where can I find this type of information? I'm dumb. I don't know what you mean stats. What stats?
Like who won when.
Oh.
I just remember the stuff.
Yeah.
We lived it, so.
I remember a little bit of it. I got to say the 2000 to 2011 gets a little muddled in my head now of who won what and when and where.
Yeah.
I usually have to go look it up again. Because, like, Cav won Minreg, right? Wasn't that when he ran two-wheel and four-wheel? Wasn't that 2003?
No. He won both two-wheel and four-wheel in 2011.
Is that Italy?
Finland.
Oh, Finland.
Finland. Yep. And unless he back-to-back twice, did he? He only did both two-wheel and four-wheel one time.
I thought he did.
And that was in 2011 in Finland.
See, now my phone's at 3%. It's not going to let me look this up. Anyways, we're almost done. We started late.
Yeah, I probably need to be done soon.
Hold on. IFMAR. It's on Google. I mean, it's on Wikipedia.
Oh, I'm going to go edit that later. If something's wrong, I'm going to change it.
Well, no, they made the Stick It One's got that thing you can buy. It's like a poster that has like everybody that's won it on there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to look it up. Oh, here we go. IFMAR 1/10th Off-Road World Championship. Do. There should be. There we go. Do. Okay, so the wait, does it show where it's at? Why does it not show where it's at? Oh, two-wheel drive. 2002 is Matt Francis. So that would have been the one I was thinking of, which is the South African, the first South African Worlds, not the one that nobody went to, but the first one.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you're right. When was it at Minreg? Were they? I thought we had a multiple winner at Minreg. Maybe that was Billy Easton.
Maybe.
And then four-wheel drive. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of four-wheel drive, 2003. Maybe that's what I am thinking
That
of.
was when he ran the BJ4.
Nope. He was a low-C car, Triple X4 in 2003.
That's when he punted. That's when he punted Cavalieri, or not Cab, Kinwald out of the way.
Yeah.
And everybody cheered. He was like 16.
Yuka won 99 in 2002 with the Double X4, and that's where the World's car came from. Was this? I think the second one.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe it would have been the third one, the first one.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, that's pretty cool. I wish they would show where it was at instead. I don't know. Smoking Rat, I usually just Google it nowadays. You have this magical device that can make it so you don't even need a memory most of the time.
Yeah. Look at us go.
Anyways, that's all the comments. Glad you guys are on. I think at one time we had like 14 or 15 people on. Since we're not on that often anymore, I think that was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
We do about once a month now.
Mm-hmm.
So, up next for me is the next big race for us can be the Techno Series. I'm going to be running e-buggy at that one. And then the Syndicate after that, I'll be running 40 plus mod, and hopefully if I do good at that one, I won't have to run the last one. I can just hand out the awards.
Yeah.
Where are you going between now and Chile?
We're running the track this weekend, and then at Jensen, and then I'm going to run another club race there probably.
Oh yeah, I bet you they're running in December because they don't have to worry about how many Saturdays they have off.
Yeah,
exactly. We do. We've got our winter schedule sucks right now because we have got this coming up weekend. We're not racing Friday or Saturday,
and
then we don't race the Saturday before or after Christmas because I think Christmas is on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, Christmas is on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
I thought
because we're gonna be so busy the week before Christmas, the weekend before Christmas, that it'd be pointless to try to race that weekend. And then we don't race the weekend after because we have open track that whole time. And like I've said this before on here, but like we sell a lot of practice passes during Christmas break, so it's almost not worth racing.
Right.
So. Anyways,
I get it.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, I'll look out for that. I'll be watching on Live RC and seeing how you do.
Yeah, no, it'll be a good time. I'll try and let you know when it is, and exactly, and probably when to come down if you decide to. Like, the thing is it's gonna be like, I don't know, how am I doing?
Right.
You know, do you want to come video me?
Oh, sure. I mean, I could always just use don't they race in the middle of the week down there?
Yeah, it's like a week long event.
But I mean, it's not like the mains are on Sunday type thing, right? Isn't it?
Mains are on Saturday.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, if you are doing bad and you don't want me to come video, then I just have a Saturday off.
Yeah.
Or not. Probably just say screw it and go to work in the store anyways.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think that's it. I think for us, it's fun to be back on. Glad we got caught up, and appreciate all of you guys that are watching and all of you guys in the chat, and Jose Air for the $11.
Yeah, it's like $20.
$11 in super chats. That's pretty cool.
I lost track.
Yeah. We'll divide it up 50-50, $5.50 a piece.
Yeah.
Actually,
we're not going to split that.
Actually, Margie will probably get most of it.
Yeah, Margie's like, where's my cut?
Yeah.
Margie gets like $5 of that, and then we have to split the $250.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's $249 for a kickstart, so
yeah,
that's fine too.
yeah. I don't know.
Anyways,
I'll get something nice. I'll get like a moon pie or something,
I,
Dude, remember that time I ate a moon pie?
oh god, I hate moon pies. Are disgusting.
They're so dry.
They're so dry.
They're
Terrible.
the driest thing ever.
All right, seriously, we're leaving.
All right.
Bye. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks, Will.
for watching. Huh, I'm still here. Yeah. Hey guys. Try to find stuff. Stuff I have to put in a bag for tomorrow.